Jonty, the first half was a real stalemate at times, and your side could have been begrudged going in 12 points behind at the break. But the second half, this Batley side just had enough and were able to completely be better than your side did, as you've mentioned so often in previous weeks.
Yeah, I thought the first half that's probably the best we've been going set for set with teams. Small margins. Connor Alder's got a 3-on-2 on the short side. We could have scored. Meadows was out the line. If he delays his pass, or as you look at what the defender's doing, we possibly score there because we're 20 yards out. Meadows goes down to score the next set. So it's on the back of our headers again. Yes, it was a bit of they're on about that tight half time right on the out there, but they're on about offsides on kicks. But my problem was the set before. We don't finish the set right. It ricochets. We don't finish on our terms like we talk about all the time, and then we give a restart the next set. So never mind about what we do and complain to the referee about being offside. Deal with it. If we finish the sets better, we end up down there in the last minute of the first half. So at half time, I'm thinking, yeah, fair dues. A bit of a lucky try. One header by Hughes could have went either way. And we talk about doing the same again, going set for set, grind out. They lost Brown in the second minute, so big Kabula's got to do a big minutes. Blake hasn't played much. He's got to do a big minutes. Gledhill has. So the first 6 yardage sets we have, we only complete the first 2, and then the next 4 out the window. And in that period, and one good ball sitting in among that, we don't complete 5 sets, Jordan. We didn't do that in the first half. So why are we doing it in the second half? We weren't fatigued. We just had 15 minutes off. So it's a skill thing again. So it's different people every week. Error, try. Stone Cold on the last tackle, drop the ball. Nobody need him. They score next set. Dion's carrying, good carry, loose carry, as in good carry through the line, but loose carry with the ball. They score next set. It's us all the time, mate. What we do kills us. And they got 4 tries on the back of the things we done. Fair play to Batley. They've been in a bit of all they've got out of it today, but it is down to next week now, isn't it? It's down to next week in the Toulouse game, and yes, we've got to try late on, which helps with points difference, but I don't want to go to points difference, mate. I need that win, and we've got to look to get that win. Swinton will look to get that win, no doubt. Keighley will, Barry will, Newcastle will possibly against Barry, but we've got to be better. We talk at half time, just do the right thing. We come out, we didn't do the right thing, mate.
It really goes into a sort of, looks to be a winner takes all next week. Obviously, Keighley are still going to be involved there, but if Swinton can Swinton pick up the points, it's going into that final weekend of the season. You feel if your side gets the points, it should be you safe, but it really is so tight towards the bottom of the championship that, as you mentioned, it could come down to points difference.
Mate, we can't go into that last week wanting to do well against Toulouse, the second in the table. We've got to put it to bed next week, but we've got to be a lot better than we were in that second half there. I felt at half time we were in a good position, coming downhill, like I've just said before, but now we need to be loads better. And obviously, I say it every week, John, that's why we are where we are in the table, mate, because with a team down on skill at times, we're fighting out a dogfight at the bottom of the table, so we need to be better. But there's only 2 games left now, and we've had 25, and yes, it was good to have Dicko back. I thought Dicko done all right, and great to see Callum back. That was positive out of the day. I thought our middles in the first stint, in the first half, Lucas, George, Ross Ainley, Newts, they've done well. We were a bit of energy about us, but it's that second half, mate, killed us, our errors.
Like you said, it could have been also different. Daniel Spencer-Tonks looked to be within a metre away from the line. We initially thought he'd sort of bounced the ball, but it looks like a scrum was given, so it looked like he lost it in the field of play. That sort of game, that sort of comes in. It's a completely different game in that second half. It's the merest of margins at the moment.
Skill level, grip on the ball. We talked about half times, putting a bit of rain down. Make sure he grips right when you go into contact. Make sure he catches early. We catch him with our arms down by our side, schoolboy stuff. So when you're going over the line to score side, make sure your grip's good. If his grip's good on that ball there, doesn't knock on. It's as simple as that, mate. It's basic errors, eh?
Like you say, looking forward to Swinton next week now at Haywood Road. It was obviously great to see Carl Dixon out there again today. Great to see Callum Phillips out there, and just gives you more options going into what is a really crucial game next week now.
Yeah, of course it is. We've missed lads like I thought like Dick Ross carries were decent, especially in the first half. Down the short side, he was good, and Callum got on, and Callum brings you he brings you good service from dummy half. He talks well, he tackles well for a little guy. So it's good to give Callum 30 minutes under his belt today. I was tempted to put him back on for the last 10, but I thought he's been out 15 months. He's done a good stint there, so it gives him half an hour under the belt going into next week.
And like you say, what do you change anything in training this week? Because you've mentioned week after week after week about skill ladders. Do you have to change anything, or it is up to them lads when they take the field? Them top 2 inches need to be slightly better.
It's like this, Jordan. You could get Wayne Bennett to take training this last 2 weeks. It's not going to make a difference, mate. We could not go into training, and that's not going to make a difference how we are on a Sunday. We've had a great week again in training. We had a great week last week going into the Halifax game. Come on, 3 o'clock on a Sunday. It's what they dish up on a Sunday. Sometimes you're good, sometimes you're not, and we need to be good.
Jonty, thank you very much for joining us so quick.